And we're live. Hey everyone. Right. Looks like it's just me for now. Duo is having technical issues. Hey Nico. Right, we're just here to chill, I guess, and talk about seasonal anime, obviously. But I'm just gonna wait for a duo. At least your jokes aren't Nico's jokes. I say that lovingly, of course, because I don't know. I'm embarrassing myself right now, haha. Hmm. Anyway, what have you guys been watching this season? I mean, Nick, I already know what Nico's watching, but of course, Duo mentions Boku no Pico. Of course he does. Tut tut tut. Anything with monster girls. I mean, this season seems to have a lot of them. A lot of monster girls for some reason. Looks like this is the monster. This is the monster season, kids. Yeah, Dragon Maid is really good. You should. There's a lot of good anime this season. I just don't know how long Dragon Maid is going to go on for. Is it like 1 cour or 2 cour? I hope it's 2 cour because I'm really enjoying it. I would love more episodes of it. I don't think 12 would be enough. Why don't you watch it? You should watch it. It's good. It's good. Duo, you should watch more anime. I'm siding with Nice on this. You should watch more anime, including seasonal anime. But yeah, it's currently 7 a.m. and I'm doing absolutely nothing. In fact, I'm going to be doing nothing for an entire month. Honestly, the season could be better, but it's not bad. For you. Man. Yeah, of course. Let's always talk about Kyoani. Did you know I actually did not know Dragon Maid was for Kyoani? Like, I seriously did not know. But I have to admit, I feel like Dragon Maid is like it's clearly Kyoani, but it's like Nichijou mixed with Tamako Market. There's like no doubt about it. There's no doubt about Kyoani being one of the best. Ah, C Duo people like Nichijou. We just don't talk about it. Nichijou's really good. I love Nichijou. And like I feel like we need more anime like it, but then again, if we have more anime like Nichijou, then Nichijou wouldn't be as unique. Hold on. Hold on, kids. Yeah, if you hear awkward silences like that for a while, that's mainly because I currently am with my parents. Yep. Anyway, all right. Are you ready to kill me for this opinion that I have? I don't like Clannad. There, I said it. I don't like Clannad. I expect you all to kill me for not liking Clannad, and I won't blame you, because it seems like it's a really beloved show to people. For me, I don't know. I don't really like Clannad all that much. Boku no Luna. Oh my gosh. What did I get myself into? Oh no. I knew it. You're a yandere. Duo will like you. Duo seems to like yanderes quite a lot. Quite a lot. Though seriously, I think the hype of Clannad ruined it for me. Though if I had to pick an emotional anime not by KyoAni that I really like, then I'd pick Anohana. By the way, when I say Clannad, I do mention After Story with it, along with it, because you have to have the two together. It's like you can't have Neon Genesis Evangelion without End of Evangelion. You know, you have to have the two in hand. Cardcaptor Sakura is probably the second best magical girl show there is. Madoka being first, but Cardcaptor Sakura is it's pure perfection. And I would give third to either Sailor Moon or Utna. Would Utna count? Does Utna count? Utna counts. Utna counts. I don't. Utna counts. What anime are coming out today? Hold on. It's Friday, so Friday. I mean, we're all going to disagree at some point. Like we're always going to fight about which is better, Madoka or Cardcaptor Saruka. We're always going to argue over this. But I just chose Madoka because Rebellion is my favorite anime movie, so I tend to take Rebellion along hand with Madoka Magica. But if we're gonna go talking about just TV show wise, then yeah, I would give it to Cardcaptor. I don't know how to tell Duo this, but Sayaka actually is a bad waifu. Don't tell him I said this. Don't tell him I said this. I'm afraid you are all incorrect, and I have to say, um, Madoka, best girl. How can you how can you dislike Madoka? How can you not choose her as best girl? I mean, she's beautiful, isn't she? She's absolutely wonderful. How dare we? How dare we make fun of Madoka? I hear that people don't like Madoka because oh, she's the whiny pro tag, but I have to disagree. Look, do it. You can have her. I don't care as long as I get Madoka. But all honesty, yeah, Sayaka is really good. She's really good, but she's not the best. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's why she's like my best girl because she was the perfect character in that contest. But the way they dealt with her, it wasn't like Shinji. Like Shinji was not really the perfect character for like his. Oh my gosh, are we going to start with Kaon right now? Because I'm going to murder you all. Mio is best girl. Mio. I can't believe I just jumped a topic. It's all because of you. How can you like Yui? Yui is so dumb. I think that's the best part about her. She's so dumb, but she's kind. She's nice. She was like the perfect protagonist for Kaon. But no, I'm sorry. Mio is best girl. How can you? She is irresistibly not jumping topic. Um, Mio is best girl because she's so irresistibly cute, and I don't know, her personality really draws me in. Yui is just a really dumbed down version of Madoka, which is which makes me question, why isn't Madoka your best girl if you like Yui so much? You're all dumb. Every single one of you. I agree. Thank God. Also, why does no one talk about Ram? Is Ram really that awful? Ram's not that bad. Is she? Is she? Oh my gosh. And then why do you review anime? I've never watched Monogatari. I said it. I've never watched the entire series. I've never watched any Monogatari. Yeah, I'm sinful. Mm, I heard it's good. I heard it's good, so. I mean, I have a friend who really likes Bakemonogatari and the Monogatari series in general, so. Like, I want to give it a chance, but I'm not sure if I have the time for it. It's quite a big series. But I have to admit, I've seen already clips of it and I already like the animation, so maybe I can be drawn in some more. But yeah, we're gonna extensively talk about seasonal anime when Duo's back. And apparently, Duo has some quips to say regarding this season. And I'm sure that'll be interesting. But yeah, I already finished on the script for my Mob Psycho 100 video. actually true scripts regarding it because I made 2 for it. I did an analysis and I also did a review because there's 2 different things. There's analysis and review. Analysis is how to break it down. And review is just me giving my opinions on it. What could have been better, though Mob Psycho 100 was pretty good. Finding out some secrets tonight. Dun, dun, dun. Well, I'm gonna give back a Monogatari a chance. I have like free time this month since I'm going to be locked up in here forever, and I'm gonna give it a chance. What's the order for it anyway? Because I honestly know very little about it. Yes, Corey is in the house. Corey's equipped with a sniper in the White House, and he's gonna be shooting some heads tonight. Oh no, the CIA, the FBI, they're gonna get me. As if they haven't already. Don't send me back to jail. Psst. Tupac is lying. He's lying. He's such a liar. I know you have a shrine just for Corey. A shrine just for him in your makeshift closet. Aki, that is quite a lot there. Is it worth it all? Is it still going? Anime theory is Bakemonogatari and its series actually Naruto. We have some plausible evidence. Asking the real questions here. 100 episodes. I heard there's movies for it, so oh boy, this is going to be pure hell, isn't it? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Oh boy. Oh, oh no. Um, Anime theory is the Monogatari series actually One Piece. More evidence. No, I can't. I can't binge that. Can't binge that at all. Shut up. I can't binge that. I'm not trying to plan out my time right now, thinking, oh boy, how am I gonna binge watch a couple hundred episodes into like A week? Lucky Star has deep lore. Is that the new anime theory duo? Anime theory is Duo actually an anime himself. Come on, Duo. You're almost here. I think this is God saying that Duo's opinions on the current seasonal anime are wrong, and that's why he can't join the stream right now. Yes, that is exactly what's going on. Duo's wrong, and I haven't even heard his opinions, and he's wrong. Wrong, I say. Alright, my favorite anime is actually Cowboy Bebop. And I think this is a well-known fact already. Like, there hasn't actually been an anime that's matched Cowboy Bebop for me yet. It's all really good. I really love Cowboy Bebop. Absolutely shit taste. And yeah, Cowboy Bebop is really spectacular. I haven't found anything like it or anything that matches it. Though, I mean, see, I told you. Duo has shit opinions on anime girls. What, like Sayaka? And I'm sorry. Oh my goodness, Yui? Completely wrong opinions. I'm sorry. Yui is shit. Yui is shit. She's so dumb. Wouldn't you rather have a smart, cute, amazing tsundere like Mio instead of Yui? Okay, look. Yui is like mid-tier. She's not shit. Ritsu's shit. But Mio is best. Mio is best. And if anyone insults Mugi, I'm going to kill you all. Mugi is a treasure, alright? A pure treasure. How dare you? Okay, it's actually pretty true. There.
Can you hear me?
God bless.
Okay, good. Okay, I think we
Welcome
can
back.
finally start this.
Finally.
I didn't expect my computer to literally just give up. Okay, you ready to start this live stream? Or?
Yep, I totally am.
Tell me once you've clicked the thing.
I actually clicked it.
Already live?
We're already live.
Oh, hey guys, what's going on? It's Duo. I'm really great at introductions. It's one of my best skills.
Sure it is. Everyone knows me. I'm Luna.
So
I mean,
we've been having some great conversations about best girl in the chat and how Yui is the best.
shh. No, 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 no. Mio is. It's a well-known fact that Mio is best girl.
I think you've made a mistake somewhere along the line because you know, I mean, Mio, she's all right, but you know, Yui is where it's at.
Mio is god tier. Yui is like mid tier. Mitsu is like shit tier, but like not too shit because all the Keon girls are actually good.
I I don't think tires have anything to do with this. Okay. Okay. So now I can see the chat. So hello guys, what's going on? Took me a little bit, but now I'm here. Does my mic actually sound that bad right now, or?
I mean, I don't know how my mic sounds, but it sounds better than mine usually.
I don't know if it's using my Blue Yeti or if it's using the or not the Blue Yeti, the Snowball, or if it's using my freaking my computer like freaking garbage mic. If it's using that one, then it's not good. Let's
I mean, it
see. Oh
echoes
yeah,
just
it
a bit,
is.
but not too much.
Here, give me a second. I'm gonna put it on the better mic.
Alrighty.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Does it sound better?
It sounds better. It sounds better.
Okay, there we go. It wasn't using my mic. It was using the computer like camera thing.
Oh yeah, I get ya.
So okay. Oh, he's talking about it in all of my videos. Oh well, I don't know. I think my mic's all right. I'm not buying another one.
I mean, I haven't bought a mic. My mic's just the mic hooked up onto my headset. I don't know how that one sounds, to be honest.
Okay.
Wow, everyone's ganging up on your mic.
Does it still sound bad? Because it usually sounds all right at least.
No, your mic sounds actually pretty good. At least it's like better than
Oh.
Nice's regular mic.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. Uh, I'm just gonna ignore the thing then, because I don't know. I just get really like weirded out because I'm like, oh, what if it's still recording from things? But I think he just doesn't like the audio, so I don't know. That's fine. You don't have to like my audio. So what do you want to talk about?
Let's talk about the seasonal anime, but first I have one important question.
Yeah.
It's about this whole best girl thing that we're having right here.
Yeah.
Why is it always between Amelia and Ram? Why not Ram? Why do we never bring Ram into the equation?
Who's Ram?
Oh my gosh.
No, I know what you're talking about. It's just like I feel like Amelia gets pity, and Rem is just best girl undoubtedly. So it's like Rem is stuck in that weird mid ground where nobody really talks about her.
All right. Here's another question about
Okay.
this entire thing. Why not
Okay.
Beatrice? Or Felt?
I'm not into lollies.
Well, okay, that's understandable. Okay, Priscilla.
Like,
Why don't we talk about Priscilla?
is that the green-haired one? I
No,
I don't
no,
remember the.
no,
I don't remember
orange hair,
side
orange
characters.
hair.
Oh no. It's just no. I
Wow.
I'm good with
This is
Rem.
so
She's
mean.
great. She's got a maid outfit. She's got blue hair. It looks like cotton candy. That's a pretty positive feature. And also she's just amazing.
You have a point there. 100. I agree
Oh,
with you, but I feel like I have to lean towards Felix. Best girl.
Uh, I'm glad I figured it out early because otherwise I would have had a big problem. Yes, I know Hyper. It's already the best girl debate. I'm sorry. This just
I
happens.
mean, it does happen. We've been having
Oh, apparently
this best
Tupac is
girl
back
debate
from
forever.
Vietnam.
Um, Welcome
Well,
back from
the
Vietnam.
best girl debate never wins, or nobody ever wins it. It just it just never ends.
Why is it always between
Uh,
Amelia and Rem though? Why do we never talk about the other endless girls in Raise Hero? And
because
Felix
they
counts.
didn't get
Felix counts
showcased.
because the voice actor is a girl. I don't care what anyone says.
Okay, so he's just a girl who has a penis.
Sure, traps are gay.
Oh, okay. Uh, anyways, you want to get to the whole the seasonal
Seasonal
anime thing?
anime? Yeah. You said you had some quips with this
Oh
season.
yeah.
What were they? What were they?
So season is one of the worst I've ever seen in anime. It is like it ranges from like there are some good shows, and then there's everything else, and it's like, oh my gosh, a lot of them are forgettable, and I don't really pay any attention to them. It's like I don't know. They had like Genji Sekai or whatever, the freaking kid soldier. That didn't seem interesting at all. They have a bunch of like boring shows, slice of life. I haven't watched Dragon Maid. I don't know if it's worth watching it or not.
It is worth watching.
It's
It's very worth watching.
talking about it, but it's like I slice of life. I have a very specific taste for it, and I've only ever found a couple shows that actually fit it. In fact, I think my favorite one's Non Biori, which is I don't know how people feel about that one, but I liked that one a lot. So
Yeah,
I don't know. Also, Masamune
like
Kun, No Revenge.
wow. Well, I haven't watched Konosuba, obviously, like this season. I watched last season. I didn't start with this season. But I did try with that like that soldier anime you were talking about. I'm just gonna call it Saga of Tanya the Evil because I'm not gonna even try pronouncing the Japanese name because I suck with Japanese pronunciation.
I do too.
But yeah, but it's actually really good in my opinion. I
Oh,
actually
it just.
really like it because like I like the twists and turns it's bringing in. At least for me.
I mean, that's fair. It didn't interest me. Like initially, at least, it seemed really boring, and that's just the case with a lot of the anime this season. There are a couple ones I've been enjoying, but
Like what?
a lot of them I haven't.
Mm, I mean,
Obviously,
my favorite this season
Konosuba.
is my favorite this season is either Dragon Maid or Little Witch Academia. Little Witch Academia is living up to my expectations.
Oh, well, okay. So I've been watching Little Witch Academia. That one's
Yeah.
good. I think it's not like super deep. I just enjoy watching it.
Yeah, I think it's meant to be that way, where you're just enjoying it to enjoy it.
Oh yeah,
Like
I
not
know, but it's
everything
like
has to be super deep.
oh, I agree with that. I just think there's a certain level of like there's nothing this season that's really like blown me away. Konosuba season 2, I've enjoyed it a lot. I think it's been funny. And Kuzu no Honkai, I don't even know what the opinion is on it. I know Hyper doesn't like it, and I know other people do like it, and it's like a really divisive show. Pretty solid. I like the way it uses its visuals to tell the story. It's kind of interesting. Some of the characters are a little iffy on occasion, but I don't know. I've kind of dealt with it because it's anime. It's unrealistic, and I think I've enjoyed it. Plus, its opening and ending are just so good, and its OST is amazing. I love the soundtrack for that show. But it's like besides those three, there's literally nothing this season I'm watching.
Have you tried Aka?
Uh, Aka. Which one is that one? I'll know the name if I see it.
It's like the war drama, not the
Oh,
soldier one. It's a slow burn
oh.
war
Well,
drama.
I feel like I've seen it and interesting to me at all. It looked really dull. Uh,
Well, I mean,
I don't know. Like it's hard to get me to enjoy a show. Seasonal anime are never really my thing. The only difference is it's like sometimes the seasonal anime is really exciting, and I'm like, hey, this is actually fun. I liked Keijo and Mahou Shoujo Ikusei Keikaku, but this season it's just like Konosuba is pretty funny, and the other shows are solid enough, and the rest of it's just been like stuff that's happened.
yeah, there's actually that now that you mention it, there's nothing that's really that deep or anything that's really, made me obsess over it too much. Like I'm a little obsessive over Dragon Maid, but only because like I find it absolutely hilarious. Other
Well,
than
also the
that,
problem is
there
oh
isn't
wait,
that much.
the problem also is it's like I don't know. I always kind of enjoy it every season. There's like the one big show that everybody's just talking about, and then like this season didn't have that, so it kind of sucked. Next season should have at bare minimum one because we're getting Attack on Titan season 2, and
Oh dear.
interesting. I'm
But
actually
we're also
excited
getting
about it.
Boku no Hero Academia season 2.
Season 2.
So
Yeah, I know.
so we're
I'm
just
excited
like,
about that too.
what's the anime no one's going to be talking about next season,
What?
or what they'll be talking about in pure hate?
What?
Berserk.
Oh yeah, that is coming out next season. Oh boy, that's gonna be fun.
Oh, I can't wait to see that go down. It's going to be it's going to be really hilarious to see everyone just arguing over that.
I never even watched the first season of the CG one because literally everybody was like, "Don't watch it. It's the worst thing ever."
I watched the first 2 episodes and I just gave up. I could not take it anymore.
It looked like crap, but to be fair, I hate CG as like a style for anime. It doesn't seem to work ever really.
I mean, it's only worked a
Ugh.
few times. Like I've watched a bit of JoJo, and I like how they used some of the CG sometimes.
I guess that counts, but it's like they don't only use CG though.
Yeah, yeah, you can't just rely solely on CG. And the only reason it worked with JoJo is because the style with it and the whole how it just like blends in with the
Also,
style.
JoJo's
And
eccentric, so it's like it's supposed
yeah,
to look
exactly.
crazy. Oh
But
man,
it
I
also,
actually really like JoJo so far. After part one, it gets a lot better.
I mean, I've only
I also
watched a
need.
little bit of JoJo, just a little bit. I've watched part 2 because I have the biggest crush on Joseph. But other than that, after started watching a bit of part 3 and I just dropped it. And I feel like I want to go back into it because I have a lot of friends who do like JoJo.
I'm watching it mostly because my friend Troy, he was like, "Hey, you should watch JoJo," and I'm like, "All right." So I've been watching it. It takes a bit, but I'm getting through it. I don't know. I think so far part three's been better than part two, but that's because so far I think it's just improved with each part.
Maybe, maybe.
Part two is way
Although,
better than part one, though.
I feel like disagreeing because I really enjoyed part 2. I really enjoyed part 2, like really enjoyed it. And part 3 made me drop it.
It might be the style since it's like a monster of the week kind of structure, but I don't mind it. Uh,
Yeah, that's
I don't
true.
know.
The Monster of the Week shows tend to bore me a bit. You have to like
I
really
can deal
capture
with
me
it
to
if the
like
writing's
really
good
like
enough.
it.
I don't know. I've been enjoying it, but I don't know. It's weird because it's like I'm gonna have to make another video on it. Even though my first JoJo video didn't do great, I gotta continue it because I said I would. So I gotta do part two. But weirdly enough, I don't even want to make like a review with that one. I want to talk more about why its fighting is so much, or like basically why its fighting holds up in the over the course of the series, despite the fact they start adding a lot more to it later with the whole stance and stuff. Uh, I don't know.
Yeah, you
Like
should
the
actually do that. That would be really interesting to see.
That's what I'm planning on doing for it. It's just going to take a bit because I can't have too many videos come out in a row that don't perform well because if they all flop, it's like, well, that's not good. So I'd rather not have a situation where I have 2 videos in like a month that flop.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Ugh, I
Though
don't know though. I don't know what
I should
Karikano
really
is.
get into JoJo.
Sorry, Akikama. Sorry, I was responding to a comment in the chat.
That's cool.
I don't know though. It's just interesting because seasonal anime. I can enjoy certain ones, and other ones I'll end up watching later. I never watched Mob Psycho until like months after, and then ended up liking it. It just depends on the show. Now I need to talk, or now I need to watch the big anime when they come out, because it's basically like, oh, if I don't watch it, everybody else is going to steal all the video ideas before I can even get mine. So it's like I can't even make
Honestly,
anything
I barely see any
original.
Mob Psycho videos.
Yeah, well, nobody talks about Mob Psycho. It's a really weird situation.
I'm working on a script for one, or well,
Talk about
two.
Mob Psycho. One Punch Man,
Well,
I've got divisive opinions on it.
yeah, I just really like Mob Psycho actually more than One Punch Man.
Oh,
And
okay.
there's like a huge difference between Mob Psycho and like One Punch Man to me, though like same author, same style, etc., etc.
I
Though I'm
think
gonna save
One
that for
Punch
my
Man
own
is
like
like a.
video.
Oh, okay. I think One Punch
Yeah,
Man's
because
one of
like
those
it's really
situations where
extensive.
it's a little too simplistic. Anime, but that's kind of where it ends for me. I don't really think much of it beyond that. Whereas Mob Psycho, I actually enjoyed the plot. It felt like it was doing things. To be fair, I've been reading through the One Punch Man manga for a theory because I need to do. I have a really cool idea, and I'm like, oh, that'll be interesting. But it's like the manga gets more interesting, but not even to Mob's level. So I don't know.
I mean,
It's oh wait, go ahead.
like I understand that people think of One Punch Man as a deconstruction of the superhero genre, especially like
Or the shonen, I
superhero
guess.
anime. Yeah, shonen, exactly. But the thing is with One Punch Man, and not one like what yeah, One Punch Man, is that it gets repetitive after a while. And I think that
I don't think
that's meant
repetitive
to
is the
be
issue, but
like it's like I don't know how to describe it, but maybe the repetitiveness adds on to it because of, you know, his struggle of, oh, one punch and I get through it all, no problem. But
I
for
think
me, it just,
Saitama himself is an interesting character. I already made a video on that. I think it's the lack of any other good characters in One Punch Man that really strengthens it. Everybody's like, well, what about Genos? He develops, and it's like, yeah, but not really. And it's not in an
yeah,
interesting
he
way.
gets
It's
better. He gets better time in the manga.
I heard that, but it's like for right now, that doesn't really happen. At least in the anime. I know I've been reading the manga, but I have to talk about the anime itself. And it's
Exactly.
like
So we can't just
yeah,
keep pointing towards the manga for like, oh, this is better than that.
well, I think you got to take both of them as their own thing. Regardless, you can take like the reason why I don't have problem researching for a theory is because they're still like the same story, but the way One Punch Man handles it, obviously, it puts more of a focus on like the funny aspect of it, which like I'll admit is one of the stronger points of the series, but it because of that it lacks in anything else beyond that, and that's why I can't say it's the best anime ever like everybody told me it was. It's all right. And that's it.
Honestly, I just I didn't like One Punch Man all that much. Like I liked it when it was first hyped up because it was like one of those hype shows, you know what I mean? One
Oh
Punch Man
yeah, I
was one
agree.
of those hype shows as well. But the thing is with not One Punch Man, oh my god, Mob Psycho. Mob, why do both of them have a number in them? Anyway, um Mob Psycho needed it didn't really need that hype because you would get hyped up anyway. Whereas One Punch Man you needed the hype from the fan base to get hyped up.
I actually think the hype ruins the show personally, but that's just me. I think if I would have gone in not hearing all the praise for it, I probably would have liked it better. I don't even know if I'm ever gonna make a video on that kind of a subject though, because talking negatively of some of the really popular ones, popular anime, at least, it tends to get a lot of hate. In fact, negativity in general on YouTube gets a lot more hate than it deserves. Part of the reason why I haven't made any, but also because I don't like negative content on my channel as much. But it's like, I don't know if I really want to do that when it's just going to get a bunch of people ticked off.
It's gonna not only tick people off, but it's also like a video that's talked about a lot.
Oh yeah,
Like
hyper.
people
Like
always talk about how the hype it always ruins it.
hyper. I understand what you're saying. I don't get affected anymore. It was One Punch Man when I first watched it. I think that was back in, what was it, like 2016, mid 2016. It was when I was still learning how to deal with hype in anime. It was one of those weird situations where it's like I was still new enough to anime where I hadn't really gathered how to react to it yet. It took until I watched Attack on Titan for me to really understand how to deal with it. And at that point, I was like, okay, now I understand that maybe I should just take it as its own thing. But it took a longer time than I'd like. And now I'm in a situation where it's like, okay, well, I can watch any show without expectations. It's just One Punch Man suffered as a result, and I guess that sucks, but I don't know. I can't do anything about it. It's also helped me actually watch Sword Art Online and not go crazy on it like everybody else does. And if I ever watch Yuri on Ice, I'm just gonna kind of go into it without any of the hate that's gone
I
on. Which
liked Yuri on Ice.
I don't think it's like, from what I've seen, it doesn't look that bad. It just doesn't look that amazing. It just looks all right.
It's not that amazing. I just liked it. I simply just liked it. I enjoyed
I like
it.
its opening though.
Opening was really
Its
good.
opening was the only thing I knew about it, and so it's like the reason why I never watched it though was because the second it ended, it was just a freaking shitstorm of people going after it, and it was like, I don't know if I really want to get into this right now. I'll wait a while, and if I feel like watching it, then I'll watch it.
I mean, it's not a loss if you don't watch it, but it's not also like a failure if you do watch it. I mean, it's just a show. It's just one of those shows. It
Yeah,
does
I
what it
agree.
does.
It's
It does what it wants to do pretty okay and pretty well. But other than that, it's not something that special.
I agree. I
So,
think
like, most of my social media appearance is on Tumblr, and you know how Tumblr is like. It's basically a shit fest on it.
I hate Tumblr. I hate it with a
And
passion.
yeah, so a lot of people were going after the creator because she said something 6 years ago that was apparently homophobic. And they were just going after her, and she's like, "Oh, she's just fetishizing gay relationships." And I'm like, "It's
Is
six
it
years ago.
actually homophobic, or is this just like the whole everything is homophobic kind of community?
It's the
Because
whole everything is homophobic."
dude, I hate that kind of mentality. It's like, dude, people did that when Yuri on Ice was getting like, because some people gave it legitimate criticism. You know what I mean? I've watched reviews of it, and I'm like, I mean, that sounds like it's probably right. Like this weirdly crazy reaction from some of these people who just go after anyone who decides to criticize it, and they're like, "Oh, well, you're a homophobe," and it's like, no, they just have an opinion. I don't get it.
Yeah, they tend to really do that, and it just doesn't make sense. Yeah, we
Well,
do need
I've
more
avoided
videos on
that.
that. We do
I
know we need
probably
more
will
videos on
make.
it.
I want to make a video on something, but it's like I feel like there's enough videos in Yuri and Ice that it's like I don't know if I could really add anything interesting myself. Uh, I don't know. I feel like if I don't add something to the conversation, there's not a huge point for me. But I don't know. It's just like I guess I could. I just don't know. I just don't know what to do. I agree. Hyper, yaoi, just disliking the genre, it's fine. I myself, I don't really hate it or like it. It's just kind of a thing. If yaoi's there, it's like, all right, great. If it's not, fine. Like Yuri's the same way. I don't really care enough. But by the same token, if a show's bad and it has those aspects, I'm still gonna call it bad. There shouldn't be this weird exception for shows that utilize this kind of stuff, because if anything, we're making it worse. I don't know. That whole Yuri on Ice thing got to me a bit when it was like, it was in its height. You know what I mean? And I mean on both ends. I just was like, dude, talk about this in a rational way. Don't go nuts on it and be like, it's the worst show ever. It's garbage. Like some of the stuff I've seen
Though
from
I
it
do
looks like
feel
it was a
like
much
there
higher
was a lot of
quality anime than garbage.
injustice towards Mob Psycho in terms of the anime awards, which brought a lot of drama on
Yeah, the
Crunchyroll's
Anime
part.
Awards brought a lot of, oh boy. That was an interesting way of doing things. I don't know how they could fix that though. Truth be told, because a bunch of people have been like, "Oh, well, you should have YouTubers vote on it." But then that gets kind of in this weird territory where it's like, "Okay, where's the cutoff there? How do you distinctify who gets to say which one is?" And then does this become a Metacritic kind of thing where some people are balanced more than others because of size? And it's like, I don't know if that would work, but then also obviously popular vote didn't work either because everybody voted for whatever was well known. So it's like I don't know if they could even fix it. Yes, they
Like,
were. Yes, they
yes,
were
they were.
Tupac.
Tupac, you're homophobic because you disliked Free.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't get it. I
I'm in
don't
a
really
stream with a
care.
bunch of homophobes. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Yeah, that's pretty much what people act like.
No,
So I don't know.
though seriously,
I
the whole anime thing, anime awards thing. The reason why it was so fucked in the first place is because of one demographic of anime viewers. One specific demographic that I seem to like really hate. Yaoi
which one?
fangirls.
Oh, I mean that might have been it, but I like honestly, it wasn't just that. Like freaking the villain from Erased won best villain, and I liked Erased like personally, but the villain was garbage in every
You
way. It
could
was the
have
most
guessed the
like
villain. You could have guessed the villain, and you could have done everything. Ugh, I don't know
yeah,
why
that's like he literally
he
had
got best
his
villain.
justification was so dumb too. And the problem like I got with Erased though is like it's not horrible just because the ending. I don't really regard endings as important. Hello, Kyoko Momo, but
Hey,
I
Kyoko.
don't regard it as important. Okay, the ending is one part of it. It was like I think it was 2 episodes out of 12 though. If I didn't enjoy 2 out of 12, that's still a good amount of episodes to enjoy. I just think it fell flat, and not everybody prioritizes the beginning to middle as much as I do. And I liked Erased. I know that I get shit for it every time I mention it, but I liked Erased. I think it was a fun
I like
show.
Erased too.
I'd like to
It's
make a
just that
video
I
on
felt
it.
like the ending really ruined it for me.
I think the ending was bad. I just don't think it ruined it because it's like I rewatched the show itself, but I kind of take everything in a certain balance so it's all fair. Because I don't think it's particularly fair to just be like, okay, the ending is like 30% of the grade. I know that's like final exams kind of thing with that's the kind of mentality, but I don't think that's how it should work in this kind of case. Because if something does something so well the whole run, and then the last 2 episodes screws it up, that's not good. Barring Charlotte, which the last 5 episodes were garbage, and I hated it. But
Charlotte was just garbage in general.
hey, it had a pretty good
Good
opening,
character,
ending,
good,
and I think it was
good
all right at
art,
first.
good art, good character designs, but that could not save it.
I think
Also,
its
the
first
OST was pretty good.
7 episodes were pretty all right.
No, I didn't really like it.
Okay, I mean that's fine. I don't know. I thought
I mean, yeah, we're bound to disagree. It's cool.
well, no, like it's my least favorite anime. Like that's the level we're on here. I hate Charlotte with a passion, but I think its first 7 episodes had some good stuff in them. It felt like basically discount Haruhi, which I don't really mind that personally because I loved Haruhi. Well, after I rewatched it, I loved it. I liked it at first. I agree, Hyper. It's fucking. It was the last 5 episodes where the show decided to just explode into some garbage plot line. It's like if it had just stuck with its normal structure, it could have just been all right, and that would have been fine. You know what I mean? Angel Beats was good. You know what I mean? I don't know what happened with Charlotte where it just fell apart so quickly.
Honestly, now that you bring it up,
Ugh.
I don't know what happened with Charlotte either.
Oh.
I don't
Yeah,
know what the hell happened.
I'm going to make a video on it because I have analyzed Charlotte, like legitimately analyzed every aspect of it. I rewatched it again because it's like my least favorite anime, but I'm fascinated with why it is, and I keep rewatching it, and like I realize what's happened with it. It's just I don't know. It's situation. It's not the worst anime. It's my least favorite because technically speaking, if I was to count which one I had the worst time with, it would probably be what was it, like the boy and his wizard, or the boy and the wizard, or some weird. It was like a 4-episode, 20-minute long in total story that was just nothing. And also Boku no Pico, but somehow I actually didn't hate it as much as the other one. So yeah, think about that for a second. Yeah, because Boku no Pico, I can say that, or I can say two positive things about it. One, its art is actually pretty well designed, especially for the time. Like, it's really well animated for what it is. You know what I mean? Hentai of that time looked like fucking crap, and I know because people have told me. I haven't gotten to watch any, but Boku no Pico is my only one, but it is. Well, that barring that, I've only watched the not bad parts, but it's got good art, and it accomplished what it set out to do. You know when you watch it what it's gonna be. That's it. Like, you shouldn't.
I mean, you're going and watching a hentai. I mean, you sort of expect that. You hear all this shit on it, but in reality, you're just here to beat your meat to it. It doesn't matter.
I don't think anybody actually does that. I think it's the joke anime. If anybody watching this has any intention of watching it, watch the YouTube versions that have everything gone except like the in-between clips. So it's like 7 minutes. Because you'll know how stupid it is plot-wise. That is the best way to watch that show, because that's the way I prefer watching it.
I can't believe we're discussing this of all things.
Well, nobody talks about it. It's weird because it's like, it's a really popular meme, but nobody makes videos on it. And my video would have been great if YouTube didn't screw me out of the ads for a while. Freaking YouTube. It's not friendly for ads. Screw you, it was. And now you're putting ads on it. So what the fuck?
But no. You talked about rape. That was fine,
yes,
right?
Rape. You can have them actually doing it in a video, just slightly censored, and that's fine. But, oh man, mention the word rape and it's suddenly bad. Like, come on. People can handle that. If they can't, they shouldn't be on YouTube.
I mean, this place is full of feminists who scream rape all the time, so.
Yeah, I know. Even if it's not rape.
Uh-huh. They must be.
By the way, this live stream is just deemed not advertiser friendly.
No, advertiser friendly, guys.
I don't know. It's I don't know. Let's get off Boku no Pico. I actually no, one more thing. Yeah. So it messed me up for the last couple days. I saw somebody wearing a pink shirt and same outfit that he wears in the 3rd episode, and it was a female wearing it, and I swear I almost died.
Are you sure it was a female wearing it?
I hope it was. I hope it was, because otherwise it makes it all the worse. Oh man. Anyways, moving on from Boku no Pico, because no more of that.
What's the
somebody's telling me to watch Utsu Musume Sayuri. I'm not gonna watch it if you're saying it's worse.
Why people are like, oh, watch this because it's bad. That's giving me all the more reason to never watch it ever.
Everybody keeps requesting now Bible Black theories. They're like, you did Boku no Pico, do Bible Black. And I'm like, good, I've heard of it. I don't want to do that. Boku no Pico, the On Ice edition. Oh, that sounds great. It's only 3. I'm not watching anything. No garbage. Oh man.
No more garbage, please.
Pretty much. It's that's the situation. So let's see. You got anything you want to jump on to not talk about that?
I have no idea, to be honest.
Let's see. Let's just go down my my thoughts and oh yeah, so I started watching Cowboy Bebop since apparently people have been getting on me for not watching it.
Really now?
Yeah, also Kyoko, I've heard the requests from several people for that one. I just don't know what it's about. But I've watched the first 5 episodes and I think it's good. I think it's really fun to watch. Faye has the voice actor of Haruhi in the English version, and that just is the best thing ever. They need to show her more, but like it's a fun show. I think it's a little overhyped. I don't, like this is just me personally. I think it's a really fun show. But if I was gonna be, I wouldn't be like, oh, it's the best thing ever. It's like, oh no, it's really fun to watch though. You should go watch it. Those
I
are my
mean, like,
thoughts so far.
High School Host Club. I mean, I was really into it when it first aired. I was very, very into it. But now looking back, I think I was just into it because I still caught on to hype.
Oh,
I just
I
was
mean,
drawn in by the hype.
sometimes hype can be fun as long as it doesn't ruin something for you. Like everybody does every season with whatever big show comes out.
Honestly, I don't know what's gonna happen with next season because like next season, what's coming out, what are going to be the big hype shows are probably going to be like the two sequels, and that's it.
And then secretly something else is going to come out, and everybody's going to stop paying attention to those. Uh, dude, I'd crack up if that actually happened. I don't know if it will, but Attack
I
on
think
Titan
maybe
season 2 is going to have an
maybe
interesting
Clockwork
feeling.
Planet.
I mean, maybe, but I'm horrible at predicting things. I thought Keijo was going to be the big thing of the winter season, and no, it was Yuri on Ice. So I got it completely wrong.
Casual was one of them. It was one of them.
I know, but it didn't hit the Yuri on Ice levels, which is sad because Keijo, I love Keijo so much, and like it's not even because it's a fan service. Like it was actually a genuinely fun show to watch.
I mean, I wasn't like too drawn in by it because I was too busy watching other shows like Flip Flappers and Magical Girl Raising
I like
Project
that one
and
so much.
Sound of Euphonium.
So why has nobody ever talked about freaking Maho Shoujo Ikusei Keikaku? And it sucks because I actually really liked that one a lot. I think it had some plot issues personally because it was they put
I'm
less
in a
focus on the
Discord
characters
server
than I would
for
have
it.
liked. Like, oh really?
Yeah. It belongs to my friend and there's a
I
lot of users on it. So it does have like a very neat like a very small fan base, but people who
it's
have
just
seen it
weird.
usually came from like the manga or the light novel.
Oh, I heard about it because Hyper's like, hey, you liked Madoka Magica, right? Hey, there's this dark magical girl anime I've heard of. You want to watch it? I'm like, of course I do. So,
Yeah, people keep saying, "Oh, you like Madoka? Come watch this."
yeah. Which the funny
And
thing
I
is,
was like,
after watching it, I don't think they're comparable at all. I think they're really
it's
different
not
shows.
comparable at all because you see, Madoka is sort of like a deconstruction, whereas Maho Shoujo, Raising Project was it's just a dark magical girl show. It's not a deconstruction. It's just
Yeah,
dark.
yeah. That's like the case, and so it got stuck in this horrible place where it was like people just would constantly compare it, and it's like you don't compare it.
Yeah, I saw
So
people
I
like
don't know.
turning it away because it's it's a Madoka ripoff.
Yeah,
And
just because
it's
it's a
like,
dark magical girl anime doesn't mean it's a ripoff. There are other ones too. Madoka's not the only one. In fact, I think Princess Tutu technically invented, or it was earlier than Madoka.
it was, wasn't it?
So it's like
It was.
Madoka is not original. I love Madoka. It's my second favorite anime, but like it's not the only one that's allowed to exist. I'm fine with other ones trying to do this like something with the concept and taking it a different direction.
I agree with that.
Oh yeah, and so you
But
know what that show reminded me of though?
what?
To segue into something I might as well mention. So the whole death game going on where they're all trying to win and survive so they can become the ultimate blah blah blah. How about that future diary?
Of course, you're going to segue into Future Diary. I expected this from you. I eventually expected this from
Yes.
you. God damn it.
I need to talk about it at some point because I'm I'm the only person apparently in the whole world who enjoys it. At
No,
least as
I
far as
enjoy
like
Future Diary. It's
YouTubers
just that
go.
I'm not obsessive over it.
I'm not obsessive either. I just thought it was a really good show, and I bring it up because every time I do, somebody gets triggered, and it's the best thing ever. I freaking love it.
I mean,
See, somebody's been triggered.
it's my second favorite horror. My favorite horror is
Oh,
Higurashi.
blows Ryan Nikki out of the water as far as horror goes. I disagree highly. Charlotte is not even close to better. But so the funny thing is, I'm not even really sure what it is. Like people either hate the show or they love it, and it's like I. I don't know why it's in either direction. I know me personally, I see every single flaw with it. Every horror, like all the freaking garbage plot holes. Yuki is a pile of trash as a character. I hate him so much. And the fan service, at least on occasion, was so cringy. That whole scene where they're freaking like hiding from the police and Yuno goes to the bathroom in like the room. It's like, what the fuck, guys? Don't do that. It's gross. Ugh. But like, even disregarding those, I loved the show because it was this like I like shows that keep me entertained the whole time or a constant ride that doesn't end. You know what I mean? And because if I get bored in the middle, I start to see the flaws. So in this case, I was able to watch through the whole show in one go. You know, like, oh, well, what about this? Because it was just that fun to watch. And then looking back on it, of course, I'm like, okay, there are some big issues, but I also love it a lot. I gave it a 10, I think, on my anime list, which is means nothing on my anime list because I give everything a 10 basically. But you know, I gave it a 10 not
Wow,
because it was
Hyper.
good, but because it was genuinely just fun to watch. And yes, Hyper, I agree. That's fine. If I enjoy something that's not good, that's all right because it's like,
I
oh,
mean, if you enjoy it, you enjoy it.
yeah. I think Mirai Nikki actually has strengths too. It's just people don't want to talk about the strengths because they're too busy complaining about it. I don't know. It's just kind of a weird thing. I don't even know how to talk about the series anymore because like I hate it and love it at the same time. So I don't know. I need to watch it again and just see. Oh, anything good about? Okay, I'll go with you, Akigama. Okay, so first of all, Yuno Gasai is one of the most interesting yanderes I think that exists, and I know that people are gonna go after me for this, but I like yanderes when they actually have some kind of depth behind them, and a lot of them don't. They're trash tier, like freaking yanderes everywhere. And Yuno actually has a reason for it. There's a backstory. I understand why she's crazy, and I actually found the reason good. I didn't feel like, oh, it's stretching. Yes, Hyper, interesting yandere. Deal with it. But
I'll get to
so
you, Kyoko.
I
I'm just
love
giggling
yandere.
at what
I love
Duo was
freaking
saying.
yandere. I love Yuno unconditionally. I think its story, with taking aside the plot holes, was actually fun to watch. It had like again, it had some issues here and there, but characters in this kind of a show often can be disregarded because it's not really meant to be a character focused show. It's meant to be a hey, look, there's somebody trying to kill us this week. Let's kill them before they do. Let's see what we can accomplish. And here, I see your comment, Luna. Deal with it. But oh, okay. I disagree, Hyper. Highly, but whatever. I think as the show progresses, it kind of gets into this weird level where it has rough patches and then stronger patches. I think its introduction is really good. And then I think it gets into some like, and then it gets into some really good parts, and then it gets some, and then I think the ending, disregarding the OVA is kind of iffy, but I like the ending itself, especially since it was kind of a not happy ending. I kind of like that from an anime. The opening, literally adore it in every
Yeah,
capacity.
the opening I think is a saving grace for me.
I think that's the one thing that everybody agrees on for the most part is that it had a pretty good opening.
I think it was a
And
more of a
so
perfect opening, but other than that, I'm just laughing.
freaking people are getting
Um,
timeouts and shit. I told you, people get triggered when I say this stuff. And I can't wait until I put out my freaking like 30-minute analysis video where I go over every part that I hate and like about the show and fucking just, oh boy, because there are people on my channel that love it unconditionally. And if I say a single bad thing about it, they'll get ticked. But then if I say something good about it, the other people get ticked. And so it's like, I can't even talk about it, but I will because it'll be fun. So I don't know. I think the show had a lot of fun stuff. I think it was kind of like I don't even know how to describe it. I'm going to have to figure it out eventually, but I don't know. I think it was enjoyable enough for me, and nobody is going to agree in this chat, especially Hyper, who's very, very
do you
different
know what
in
is the perfect
opinion.
horror, though? Do you
Higurashi.
know? Higurashi. Higurashi is
I
no,
literally
it's
titled my
perfect.
video that, oh yeah, it blows Mirai Nikki out of the water 1,000 times over.
And stop,
Again,
stop getting your dick hard over a future diary. Look at Higurashi. Look,
I
you
don't
have Higurashi
get
right
pleasured
here,
by that.
right here, right here.
No, you cannot see. But I don't know. I moving on. I guess since that triggered people and that was fun. I enjoyed my divisive opinions. So any other? You got any divisive opinions? Like Steins Gate?
Divisive opinions? Oh, dear God. Dear God. I don't understand why you guys like Steins Gate. Maybe it's because I've seen a lot of time travel anime that I've just gotten like numb to it. I've gotten really numb to it. So like maybe that's why I don't like it. I can't really come up with the reasons why I really dislike Steins
Do you like
Gate.
Mayuri or yeah, Mayuri?
No.
You don't like Mayuri? What?
Nope. Wow, I'm
Oh, by the
suddenly
way,
very controversial.
oh well, I was too. Deal with it. This is uh,
This is controversial now. It's
I
really
will make a
controversial.
video about this because it requires like a legitimate focus, and I am half asleep at the moment. I got no sleep, so I'm dead. But I will make it, and you are free to put your whole comment destroying it. I'm fine because I know people hate it. But I've also seen people like big reviewers like it too. I think Glass Reflection gave it a solid score, and that was like I don't know. That's kind of
I mean,
bizarre to me.
Arcada
He
can
enjoyed it.
like he can like whatever anime, but it's just my personal opinion that I don't like it. It's just not my taste, I guess.
Oh yeah, so I've been watching Steins Gate by the way, for the first time. I'm 10 episodes in, and I I've liked it a lot so far. I'm waiting to figure. I'm trying to figure out where it's heading because it's like Hyper. I'm not saying that. Don't put words in my mouth. It's I'm saying that some people liked it too. So it's I'm not completely alone here. I can say I've got somebody, but I don't know. Steins Gate's been interesting because the main character kind of bothered me at first. He's got the whole like Chuni vibe going on. Uh, that's like the situation where it is, but he's also gotten better as time's gone on. He's developing, which I love that because I like it when a character goes from like a little bit obnoxious to actually good. Mayuri, love her unconditionally. Uh, the hackers, and oh man, why does I never remember the main lady's name? She's like the one they focus on. The only flaw with Steins Gate is Luna doesn't like it. All
No.
right, but I don't know. I think it's been pretty fun so far. I've
Look,
enjoyed
I
it,
was
and
bored halfway
I
through.
like
That's
graphic.
why I don't like it. I was bored halfway through, and I just dropped it.
I mean, I understand it. Like, I feel like though you might want to give it like a full watch. That's what I do. Even if I hate a show, I like to watch through it to kind of figure out what I don't like about it. I just think it's fun to do that. But with Steins Gate, I think it's been good, and it's opening. It's like this weird. I don't know why, but I really like it. What the heck is with Steins Gate being divisive too?
Wow, this is something gone very controversial. I liked how this stream actually started with us going like, "Oh yeah, let's talk about seasonal anime." Then it went into best girl debates, and then it turned into, "Oh yeah, um why is this anime bad? Why is this anime bad?" And then there's everyone going like, "Oh my God, fuck Future Diary, fuck Steins Gate,"
Freaking
and everyone's just
Kyoko.
like throwing. The thing
She's
is,
like, "Oh, is Hyper feeding you words?" And he was literally going after me like 5 minutes ago. Like, no, it's just Steins Gate's solid. I'm enjoying it. Okay, continue.
that's the problem. If you think it's supposed to be like boring the first watch, then that's why it's not good. You have to have more watches to appreciate it. You have to be like drawn in from the first watch. If it's going to be
I mean, I've been drawn
boring
in.
first watch, then what's the point?
I
You
got
know?
drawn in personally, but I already kind of. So with Steins Gate specifically, I already knew what I was getting into. I didn't want to, but I got spoiled. I didn't even know it was a time travel anime until like a couple months ago. And when I got into it, I'm like, okay, time travel anime. Let's see what it does with it. I'm interested to see where it goes. And after that's where it started to like, it started to get more interesting because the way it's playing with the time mechanics is really fun. I really really like the way it's progressing. And dude, there are like 3 people who don't like Steins Gate in the chat right now. What's going on?
We have started to show our true opinions on Steins Gate. That's it. We're done feeding to the hype. We're done trying to play along with the majority. This is
I've
this
been
is
enjoying
this
it.
is
I
a
don't know what you're
revolution.
talking about. Oh my gosh. No, I just think I think it's fun when people have differing perspectives on this kind of stuff because it's like if every single person in existence liked Steins Gate, there'd be no discussion there. I think it's kind of fun when it's like, oh, everybody has a different perspective on it. So that's part of the fun of the debate. You know what I mean? So the fact that there are people who don't enjoy Steins Gate is kind of cool because it's like, okay, I like to know why you didn't enjoy this episode or why it's wait, I was against violence until I met okay. Freaking Hyper, it's an opinion. It's all right. But I don't know. You can go after me. That's fine. Because a lot of people do. You get in line because there's like 5 people wanting to assassinate me. But Steins Gate, they can dislike it.
Can you hear this, Hyper? This is poison. Poison. I'm gonna be poisoning your meal tonight.
I don't know though. I get a lot of weird threats actually on the Mirai Nikki video I made, and it's not because I liked it. It's because I said didn't like Yuki because I said it was all fake, a bunch of fake, and it's like she said it herself. It's not a lie. So I don't know that theory. I'm just giving up on it. But I don't know. Divisive opinions, they're great. I love them. You got any more divisive opinions, or should I try and figure out one?
Divisive opinions. Rebellion was one of the best anime movies I've ever seen.
Oh, I agree. I liked the disappearance of Haruhi Suzumiya a bit better, though, personally. You already should
Suzumiya
know my
is
thoughts, though.
yeah. Suzumiya for me was like it's not my favorite show, but it's not like my least favorite. It's like in the middle for me. Look, I really like it, but I don't know. I don't know why it hasn't drawn me in that much.
I understand it. It's just like Haruhi was my 3rd anime, and it's got this really I don't know. It's in a weird spot with me.
Sentimental.
Sentimental though, because I rewatched it recently, trying to legitimately figure out what I thought about it, and it was at that point I realized that I really genuinely loved it. And the Haruhi movie, after rewatching it, I legitimately immediately was like, this is the best anime movie I've ever seen. And I've watched several movies, even the Ghibli films. I don't think they even compare personally. And I know whenever I say that, Nice is waiting somewhere in a bush waiting for me, but it's my real thoughts. I actually really love the movie.
I mean, my favorite anime movies are as follows. Um, Rebellion, obviously, number one. And I can't help but say, End of Ava. I can't help but like, it's sort of a given for me. But
I
after
haven't
that,
watched
I would say,
Rebellion.
and everyone's going to murder me for this. Everyone is going to kill me for this. The Tamako Market movie, Tamako Love Story.
Oh, I mean, that's fine.
I mean, it's one of my favorite, maybe more than favorite. I don't know.
Hmm. I don't. I haven't actually watched that one, so I wouldn't know. I guess if I was gonna
Oh,
pick
then
my
I'll
top.
refrain.
Oh, okay. So I was gonna pick my
I'll
top
refrain from
three.
saying anything about it too
Uh,
much.
if I was gonna pick my top three, it'd probably go the Haruhi movie, and then Rebellion, and then probably Princess Mononoke. That was the one, like, besides I guess Howl's Moving Castle or Walking Castle. That one I liked a lot, and I loved Princess Mononoke, especially its visuals and its soundtrack. Oh my gosh! But I just, to me personally, there's just I don't know. There's just certain priorities I have. Uh
I mean,
oh, okay. Freaking hyper rebellion. I don't like rebellion. I like my government. But Tish. All right. I
tisk tisk.
I I need to watch Paprika because I've heard some of the music from it and it's so good. And I want to watch it from that, but I save anime movies as just kind of like a special thing on a certain weekends.
I mean,
Uh,
I'm
Anybody in
just
the chat
thinking.
watched Paprika? Is it worth watching
It's really
right
worth
away, or should I
watching.
like?
It's really
Okay,
worth watching. I
okay,
mean,
sounds good because the soundtrack is
I mean
really
it's by
good.
Satoshi Kon. That's sort of
Oh,
a
I know,
given.
but freaking, he says it doesn't have much depth. I don't know. Oh yeah, I forgot about your name entirely. Uh, oh man, I don't even know where that one ranks in my favorites
I haven't
list. To
watched Your
be
Name.
honest, uh, watch it in theaters because I made a mistake.
I live in the Middle East.
Uh, I don't know. It's
Welcome to my
wait
life.
until if it comes to a theater. Wait until then. If not, then just suck it up, I guess. But it's really, really good. Uh, it's probably in my top three now that I'm really thinking about it. I don't know. It's in my top regardless. I like it. Spirited Away was good too.
Yeah, Spirited Away was pretty awesome. But my favorite Ghibli movie? My favorite Ghibli movie. What was that one? Came out in 2013.
Oh, man.
Tale of Princess of Kaguya.
Oh, okay. That's one of the new ones then. The ones that
Yeah,
nobody
one of
talk
the newer
about.
ones. I absolutely love that movie so much.
I haven't
So,
gotten to
so
watch it.
much. And I felt
I've only
so
watched
bad
like
that no one gave it attention.
I haven't gotten to watch any of like the it's basically the lesser talked about ones except Porco Rosso. Weirdly enough, I watched that one. That was the thing. Oh, Mewtwo returns. All right, that's not what I expected to see. But I mean, it works. I mean, Pokemon movies. I actually don't mind some of them. I think
My
the
favorite
first
one's the
movie was pretty
Lucario
fun.
one.
Lucario one was pretty fun. Some of them were really forgettable. But some of them were good. I like the third movie. That one was fun to watch. The one with Arceus. That one was all right.
All
Uh,
right.
I don't know. Like I have trouble remembering a lot of them because some of them just kind of happened.
Like,
Oh, why
so,
does everybody love the first
there's
Pokemon movie?
the,
It's probably nostalgia.
yeah, there's like, for example, which one was it again? Pokemon Heroes, which was like,
Oh
it
yeah,
was
Pokemon Heroes.
Pokemon Heroes. I think it's better that we never talk about it. And it's also
Ugh.
really okay if we don't talk about the Jirachi one.
That one I don't remember. Boring.
It
I remember
was
about it.
it was very boring. But I probably chose the Lucario one on instinct because Lucario is my favorite Pokemon. Sadly.
There are like people dancing above my dorm or something. I don't know what's going on up there. Maybe they're getting annoyed by my yelling. If so, they got to deal with it because that's how it's gonna work.
I mean, like, I'm not in my
Man.
dorm right now because I'm visiting my family in Dubai, so it is what it is.
Well, I'm in college, so I live in this dorm until I go back to my house in the summer break. But I don't know.
No, I'm just visiting for Easter break.
I'm trying to think of another divisive opinion because, like, I know I have several. It's just I can never think of them on the spot. Oh yeah, okay. Maybe divisive opinion. It's depending on how people think about it. Death Note is one of the best anime ever created, and I'm serious about that.
How dare you? That
Like
made me
laughing,
choke.
cough, or was that like choking
Yes,
on accident?
it
Do
was.
you like Death Note or no?
I'm in the middle about it. I'm very in the
I
middle
like
about
it.
it.
It's ever since I first made it or first made my first video on it, I've developed a huge love for it to the point where it's borderline unhealthy. I
I
love Death Note.
suggest you go see a doctor for all of your opinions. I'm sort of siding with Hyper now. I think you just have a tendency to have really shit opinions.
Hyper actually likes Death Note, and also I don't think any opinions are technically shit unless you like Boku no Pico, in which case you do have shit opinions, or if you like Charlotte. But I think it just comes from perspective. But Death Note specifically, I think the problem is that I watch it for a lot of reasons. I'm rewatching the dub specifically because I'm gonna do a huge video on it. I have the whole analysis planned on it. But I don't know. It's gotten a weird rap lately. It's become kind of a meme, and I don't get it. But I like Death Note, and I will defend it.
Tut 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 tut.
Akigama
Like
says, "Freaking Kyoko, you don't like Death Note?"
Kyoko has really controversial opinions here.
I
But
feel
you know
like
what?
everybody's had a controversial opinion because the whole chat's divided on everything we say so far.
You know what's another controversial opinion I actually have?
What?
I don't like Lucky Star at all.
Oh boy.
At all.
Lucky Star. So that was my second anime. And I don't hate it, but I don't really love it. It's just in the middle for me. It exists. I like its opening. It's really catchy. I thought it could be entertaining if you were just kind of watching something to turn your brain off or turn your brain off. Uh,
I expected
wait,
Kyoto
what?
Animation to do better than this.
I don't know what's going on in the chat. Things are getting really heated. What is going on? We decided to make a live stream, and it's like, oh, this will be fun, and it's like, nope, nope.
We
It's
started
been
World War III by accident. Oops.
freaking Mecha Hitler has rised from the grave, and it's all started because of this. Oh man, I don't know. I'm trying to think of other divisive opinions I have because it's like I know I have some.
Akigama, how dare you?
I don't know if Redline's good or not. I haven't watched it, so I can't
You
say if I've
should.
got a
You should.
divisive opinion on it.
Look, the Red Line has amazing art. Like, I'm going to agree with Akigama just a bit here because um, it has a really good plot for the first 30 minutes, maybe a little more than 30 minutes, but and the art is spectacular. But the rest of the movie, the art pulled me through it. That's basically it. Also, the character designs,
Okay.
perfect. Perfect, perfect,
Okay.
perfect.
I mean, I don't know. I haven't watched it.
You
Oh yeah, I
should.
have another divisive opinion though.
Oh boy, let's
Sword
hear
Art
this.
Online. It's all right. That's
The
it.
first season's alright.
all I like. Yeah, that's all I've watched is the first season. It's all right. It's got some cool things. It's got some dumb things. It's like
Yeah,
It's just
everyone shits on the second season, man.
yeah. Well, I haven't watched the second season because I'm scared.
Good.
But
Don't.
oh, I will
Just do
eventually.
yourself
But
a favor. Do yourself a goddamn favor and don't.
oh, it's for okay. I know why Kyoko. Okay, but I don't know. I don't understand the whole Sword Art Online hate, especially from people like Mother's Basement. He just spends like all of his time shitting on Sword Art Online. I love his content, but like it's not that bad, and it does some things decently well. I don't get it. Maybe it's
I
because
actually
I
don't
didn't
like
really have an expectation, but
I
whatever.
actually don't like Mother's Basement that much.
I
And I think
like
it's
Mother's
because I
Basement because he
associate
made
someone
the
else with him as well.
ooh.
Oh, just an ex of mine.
Ooh.
My ex really likes his reviews, so I just
Oh,
tend to try and get away from them.
oh, well, I like him because he makes some really cool analysis on openings. It bothers me because he doesn't talk about the music itself ever, and that just always gets to me a little bit.
Oh
But
yeah, I
I
get
don't know. He
you.
made a video on the School Live opening, and I was really happy about that. So,
Mm.
uh,
I would review openings if I could. Like I wrote this um I wrote a 3,000 word analysis just on the Mob Psycho 100 opening, and it
oh
still
yeah,
wasn't
this
finished. And I was like, well, why am I writing this?
they make a
Why am
video.
I writing this? Why am I writing this extensive analysis of the Mob Psycho 100 opening? And honestly, I realized why. It was because I was watching it from like episode 3. And I was like, you know, I found some very interesting things with the opening, and I'm gonna analyze it to like, to figure out the rest of the plot. And turns out I was right with the entire plot just from guessing through the opening.
Oh, okay.
And that's why like I
Well, the
want to like
opening's
make a
spoiler.
video on how openings can tell you where the anime is going. But like other than that,
Hyper, I agree with you. I liked him when he was doing those videos more because now he's gotten away from it, and it's weird because that's what he got popular for, and he's jumped away
now
from it
he's
completely. Like, well, not
now
completely.
he's
He
just
does,
doing everything
yeah.
to
And it's
do
like
with Sword Art Online.
to be fair, I do the same kind of thing, but the difference is like I don't forget about doing theory videos for like 3 months straight. I like to kind of keep a balance of things because I love doing theories and I also love doing other stuff. So it's like, I don't want to get burned out on either. I'd like to hear your controversial opinion, Hyper, but I don't know. I'm mad that he hasn't done more of it. And it's like, I am kind of doing it, but I'm avoiding doing the same thing because I'm like, well, if I do the same exact thing, it's a clone. So let's not do that. And instead analyze the music itself. And if I happen to do the visuals, then fine, cool. And so I don't know. I like doing it. I don't even care if people don't watch. People enjoy it so far, but if nobody watches, it's fine. I just think Madoka is. I mean, it depends. I'll talk about it in a second, but I don't know. Mother's Basement. Continue doing your normal content, please, not the opinion pieces, because they're all right, but nothing he says ever really impresses me. I guess he made a video on Avatar not being an anime, and my thought was, or being an anime, and it's like cartoon, and what's wrong with it being
It's
called a
a
cartoon?
cartoon. That's one of the things that just made me stop watching Mother's Basement all in all. After that
I
video
just
came out,
don't
I was
get
like, you
it.
know what? I can't do it. I can't watch this anymore.
I don't get it because I like cartoons too. I think they can hold up just as well as an anime if done correctly. You know what I mean? Because I've watched lots of cartoons. One of my favorites, freaking, well, besides Gravity Falls, which everybody likes, was Regular Show. And I don't even know if anybody talked about that, but I loved Regular Show
No,
and
I
stuff
love
like that.
regular
I
show
don't
too.
look down on it because it's a cartoon.
I don't look down on any cartoon because it's a cartoon. Every animated medium should be looked at it as if it's just a regular TV show. It shouldn't matter if it's Western. It shouldn't matter if it's animated.
So I'm
It's a
going to say
TV
this. I
show.
think the reason why people, reason why people do this is because anime is a quote unquote special medium right now for everybody who's a fan of it. everybody's like, oh well, this is like my hobby. Understands it kind of thing is the perspective they have, and so they want to make it sound as special as possible. And so, ironically enough, when they'll complain about somebody saying, "Oh, you're watching those Japanese cartoons," and they'll complain about that and say it's not like a cartoon. By that same token, they also get mad that somebody called it a cartoon, so they're just insulting something else that other people like. They want to feel special, so they go after cartoons.
It's just, oh, I'm special because I watch anime. That's not true.
See you, Kyoko. I don't
See
know.
you.
It's bizarre. I've never understood the perspective, and like, I don't really talk about cartoons on the channel, but that's just because that's not what I talk about. If I really
Honestly, what I'm going to do with my channel is I'm going to just talk about the animation in general and maybe sneak in a bit of movie and film in there. Because honestly, I want to do a video on La La Land. I told you before. I told you before that
I know
I'm
you're doing the analysis.
obsessed about it.
That could be interesting. I've never watched it. They'll watch most movies now.
You should watch it.
An analysis on Madoka herself.
All right, that's cool.
Do people dislike Madoka? I always thought she was a pretty well-liked character.
People dislike her because she's whiny and she's useless. But without her, we would not have the show. We would not have,
How would you react in the situation?
We would not have the plot that we have.
Then. It's like, if I was in her place, I probably would have done less. I would have just been like, let's just leave the town. You told me the future. All right, we're all going on a vacation for a couple weeks. You know, it's like,
but that's the problem with Madoka. She's
actually a really well-written character.
That's the problem with Madoka. She can't leave things behind. She's not the type of person to give up at all.
I'm just saying, I always thought she was a good character personally. I prefer Sayaka, but that's just like on a personal level. I liked the arc with her, but that's like, I like all the Madoka characters. Madoka, I thought, was a really nice lead character because she was a normal person in a lot of regards. Like, I don't need the flashy, over crazy person that's going to go, oh, I got to save the day. I liked Madoka's kind of tepid nature. It was nice. I don't know. I've never actually heard anybody complain about her.
And people like to compare Madoka to Shinji.
Oh my! Don't even compare the two. They're not even close.
Because people are like, oh, Madoka is the Evangelion of anime, magical girls, and I'm like, no, that's incorrect. It's not right. And plus, you still can't compare the two.
Shows.
The mech genre is different than the magical girl genre, and Shinji is different than Madoka. See, the problem the problem is between Shinji and Madoka. Shinji is a good character. I'm not gonna even lie. Shinji's one of my favorite characters, but Shinji was probably the least likely person to be the pilot in a normal mech show. He's like the least likely protag. Whereas Madoka is like the perfect protagonist for a magical girl show. Magical girl show.
I think part of the point of her character was that initially in the first 3 episodes, they made sure to like elaborate. They're like, oh, she's fully willing to go through with this. It took a little longer to get around to it, and because of that, mommy died. And after that, she's like, maybe I shouldn't do this right away with all this risk. And it's like, that's how a normal person would react in that situation. I don't understand how that's a bad thing.
I mean, it makes perfect sense.
I've never seen... I don't know. Maybe just the people I talk to because everybody I've talked to adores Madoka Magica.
I see it too many people dislike Madoka.
Huh. I've never heard of that ever. I agree. Asuka's better than Shinji. I haven't even watched the show yet. Asuka is just really great.
Misato's better.
I don't know who Misato is. I've only seen Asuka and Shinji.
You need to go watch
Also Rei, I think. She's the... Yeah,
What
I
about
actually am
Gendo?
planning to. I gotta wait until it hits a certain point where it's like basically the show's a really big deal. A lot of people love it unconditionally or hate it unconditionally, and so it's like I kind of want to go in at whatever time I feel like is the right time. Hyper, I don't know if that is true in either case, so I don't know. I've only seen like one clip, and she seemed pretty all right. So I haven't seen much of the other ones. I've seen Ray a bit, but it's just she's basically just Nagato, is what I've heard. Which I mean, that's a pretty good thing. But I don't know.
It's
I
actually
can't
pretty
tell
great.
until I
She's
watch the
doing
show.
Nagato.
Oh well, I loved Nagato. Man, I love how freaking this whole chat this whole time has just been arguments. The chat, it's been great.
I like how when we were first planning the stream, you'd be like, "Oh, don't worry if I argue a bit," and now we're like shouting over each other and arguing all the time.
Oh yeah, but it's not like it's not mean arguing. It's just fun.
Yeah, it's just like arguing.
Oh yeah, so I've got a really divisive opinion here. This is
Oh boy.
great. So Anohana, it's not sad. That's my thoughts. It's not a bad show. It's not sad though. I don't get why people cry. It wasn't like every single reason why it was quote unquote sad was all the characters' faults. They shouldn't have been like
You
they
know
were. And
why
I
I
don't mean
dislike Clanad and Clanad After Story?
no. Let's not get into Clanad. I'm not.
Do you know? No, it relates to this. It relates to this.
Oh boy.
It's because I didn't cry at After Story or any of it, but Anohana probably is the anime that makes me cry for hours on end. I was recently rewatching it with Nick, and he did not cry. He really he teared up a bit. If he's there, you can speak up. And but
What
for
is
me,
going
I
on?
just cried for hours and hours and hours on end. It took him forever to calm me down. But I think why I found it so upsetting was because I've dealt with loss before.
Hmm.
So maybe it impacted me more because of this. I didn't think it was
So
bad at all.
my issue with Anohana is that the characters would constantly get on my nerves. The main character, whoever he was, I don't remember his name anymore. He was just kind of like an edgy teenage loser who blamed everything on everybody else, and he had no reason to. The cross-dressing guy, he just kind of existed for that one thing, and that was it. The fat guy was great. I loved him. And the one girl with the orange hair, but she was all right, and the blue-haired one was just terrible. And it's like Menma was fine. I think she was an all right character. I just don't see much to her, I guess is what I would say. She just kind of exists, and that's it. The show would make a huge deal about, oh, she's dead, but he can see her. And isn't that sad? But it's like, well, she can move stuff. And she did later to prove she was
Yeah,
there.
that
So
was
why didn't
actually one
she
of
do that
the
from the
biggest
beginning?
flaws. That was one of the biggest flaws. Why didn't she do it before?
I agree completely, Akigama, in that it's like I
Yeah, I saw that.
understand.
What I said was that it's great and you should have liked it because I watched it about 5 times and I still like it, and um it's probably one of my favorite movies, if not my favorite movie. At least currently. When the Oscars came around, I was very disappointed knowing it lost to Moonlight because Moonlight did not, impact my emotions at all. So that happened.
Oh,
But anyway, back to the
my
discussion
favorite.
at hand about Anohana.
Oh well, real quick, my favorite movies are Shawshank Redemption and Forrest Gump. So I don't know what
Of
that
course,
says, but I
of
like
course,
those.
I expected Forrest Gump.
Hey, that movie was great. I only saw
It
it for the
was
first
great.
time like a month ago. I've rewatched it 3 times.
Now, La La Land probably is my favorite movie.
I haven't gotten to
Probably.
watch it, but it's because I haven't had really money. Uh, in general, no hyper. I will continue expressing my opinions. I'm apparently not the only one who has the same opinions in some cases, especially with Rebellion. I was surprised to find that people liked that one. I legitimately thought I was putting a video out to get hate, but nope, people agree. So I don't know. I'll take my divisive opinions. They're what make me laugh at all of my wonderful, horrible, great everything. I don't even know. I'm half awake right now. Sorry. Oh yeah, I know, Hyper. I'm not taking it seriously. I just like I get it. We've already discussed this. I remember the first time we talked. It was you were like, oh, you liked Mariah Nikki, and I'm like, yeah. And you're like, oh, I didn't like that one very much. I'm like, oh, okay. Uh, anyways, what were we talking about? La La Land, right?
Yeah. You should
Sorry, I get off on tangents.
you should watch it. It's
I
coming out in
might.
digital HD and on the 11th of April, but it's better to watch in theaters because you want that real CinemaScope experience.
I mean, I might, but the problem is I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to get to go see Your Name in theaters. Like, money is a really tight thing where I am, and
Oh,
so
that's
it's like yeah. So I don't know. I'm gonna prioritize like whatever I think is the most important. And La La Land, it's like I don't know, theater, like watching movies in general. It's just I don't know. I have to like actually sit down and watch it when I feel like it. So that's the weird thing.
it was. I have to admit, like the person who recommended me to go watch the movie was the same ex I mentioned previously. So I was like, well, okay, I'm not sure if I'm gonna like it that much, to be honest, if he recommended it to me, because um, they were sort of the person who made me sort of dislike um Ava, and they made me like dislike a lot of anime that I used to like before. But either way, I decided to go watch the movie because I was like, I don't have anything to lose. I've got a discount on the ticket. I might as well go. I went and I went and I went and I went. I watched it 3 or 4 times in theaters, 5 times on the plane, and Jesus, I really love the movie. I really love it.
Well,
It's
I
not
mean,
my favorite. It's not my favorite like movie ever, but it is one of my favorites, and it's my favorite for from the director who made it. I have to admit, Damien
oh,
Chazelle,
okay.
the director, made Whiplash as well, and like Hyper said, but I feel as if La La Land did better than Whiplash because I don't know, it felt more. Maybe it's like my personal experience with it, but it felt more intriguing and it felt more. It reeled me in a ton more. Though Whiplash is pretty stellar as well. I've never seen a movie like Whiplash before.
Well, I'm not knowledgeable on movies, so I wouldn't know. I only get to watch a select few every year, basically, that are new because I don't go to the theaters that often, so I don't know. And
Which ones did you
I
see
have
this year?
none.
None?
I got into college, and like the second I got into college, it was like I can't even really do that right now. So I don't know. I eventually I'll
I
end
make
up
it a
catching
must
up
for
on
me
some.
to watch every animated movie because I'm an
Uh,
animation fanatic. It's sort of a given for me.
let's see, animated movies. I watched the Lego movie, uh, Finding Dory. That's kind of it.
Oh boy. Oh
Like
boy.
I actually like the Lego movie. I think people enjoyed that one, but I don't know. I don't get to watch a lot of
Mm,
normal movies. I watch a lot of anime though, so
I mean, I get a good mix in. I have to. I don't watch that much live action, but La La Land might change that. I do make
I
an
mean,
effort though to watch every Oscar nominated movie, though this year I did not hold up to that. I
okay.
watched a few, but I was very disappointed to see Moonlight win this Oscar season
Yeah, I
because
saw your Twitter feed.
uh I swear to
That
God it
was
only got votes is because it's because Of three things. One, it features a person of color as the lead role. In fact, there was no white people in the entire movie. It was entirely like, a minority. Two, he's gay. Three, he's in the ghetto. So, man, three things guilt trip me, ding, 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 Oscar winning film. And it sort of
Oh,
bothered me. It sort of bothered me because, like, I'm not homophobic. I can't be, I can't be. And it's not because of those things that I hated the movie. It's because it never intrigued me, and I felt like it was just using the lead role and the labels given to him to
it's
do
pandering.
pandering, exactly. And a lot of people just fell for the pandering. In fact, one of my friends on Discord fell for it and was like, "Oh, I did not like La La Land because it was not like Moonlight where it had an LGBT lead role." And I'm like, it doesn't matter.
The
Was
second
the
we start
content of the movie
prioritizing political ideas over an actually solid experience is the moment I give up
it's
entirely
absolutely
on
true.
watching movies. You know what I mean? It's like
Absolutely true.
it doesn't matter if they're there or not. The thing is, the movie needs to be good on its own, and that's like the most important aspect. No, whenever I say stuff like that, I get called out by somebody in real life, at least, because being at a college, there's a lot of nuts, I guess here's what I would call them, that get offended by everything. So I don't know. I just I don't really care enough. If I watched the movie, I would just kind of watch it and not think anything of the LGBT thing or the minority stuff. I don't care
Then
enough.
you'll
It
get
doesn't.
very bored. You'll get very bored very quickly.
Well, I don't know. I'd have to watch it first. I don't really set expectations before watching things. But by the way, this is a great anime podcast so far.
I mean, this was more like let's chill kind of thing. Like it's not just exclusively for anime.
Oh yeah, I know. It's just funny because it's like that's my area of expertise, and we've tracked off, and it's funny.
We've look, this entire stream was a road trip all entirely of its own. Like we went from this place to another place to another place to another place. How did this all start? We just started with seasonal animal anime. Then we went to Best Girl. Then it was just a shit fest. But we had fun, didn't
I
we?
think it was fun.
And we're
I think it
having
was
fun.
fun actually. Do you want to talk about one more thing before we go? Because I
Yeah,
do have
one
to
more thing
edit.
and then we can stop. But what is that one more thing?
Okay. Oh, that's a good question. Chat. What should we mention? Something.
Say
Hopefully, a
something.
topic we can both discuss.
Yeah.
If somebody says
Please.
divisive opinion, I'm gonna freaking because it's all this has been. It's just been like, oh, you know
Entire
what I didn't like? Oh, this thing. Oh, yeah, I liked
this
that
entire
though.
this
It's
entire
like,
thing has been just decisive like controversial and decisive opinions, and you're like, this could be called the controversial stream.
yep, it's the best kind of stream. It's
Because
I
everyone's chatting
honestly,
over
I just
each other.
think it's
Like, oh boy, this is a heap of fun.
I think it's more fun like this. If everybody's agreeing, there's just nothing there. It's like it's just people talking. Then you know what I
I
mean. You're gonna
agree.
have an argument. I'm waiting for your thing, Hyper.
We're waiting for you.
you yeah,
By
you
the
said
way,
we asked
guys,
for it. I want to know what you want us to talk about.
guys. One last thing.
Oh, Diggy
Apparently,
Bro
apparently,
drama.
but apparently, one thing before we start talking about Digibro and that shit fest. Apparently, Nice was going to have a stream for his birthday, and now it's his birthday, and the people bailed out on him. I
I
don't know
don't
what
know.
to do. I
I'm
feel
like,
really awful.
I mean, I don't think I said I'd join in. I don't think if he's actually. I don't know. It's I always just kind of ask him like, oh yeah, okay, I'll join, but that's just because I'm just weird. That's how I've worked. But I'll be joining in. You want to do the Digibro stuff though?
Yeah, let's totally talk about Digibro. Oh man, oh man.
Okay, so Digibro, I don't. His content is fine. I like it. This is nothing against him. I'm not like, oh, his content was garbage or whatever. Because some people have been saying that, and it's not true. They're just some people are really mad about it. I think he has a right to an opinion. I think a 30-minute video where he basically just rambled was not the best way to go about it. Personally, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I think there was a better way to approach it, and I don't know how I feel about the whole everybody should do this one style of video, because that's not. I think that's not just that, but like nobody can talk about certain things. It's like, I don't know. I don't think that's fun. I think that ruins part of the point. Personally, I don't like that perspective. He can have it. He shouldn't have uploaded the video. I
Force it
think he
down
did it on
everyone's
purpose.
throats.
Yeah, well, no, like I don't think it's just that. I legitimately think he did it to get attention. It might just be me, but it's like evidence there to be like, okay, why did he just decide to put this video out if he knew what the reaction was going to be? There was no way that this would go without people going after it. It's like it's drama, and people will dogpile on that stuff to get views. I didn't care enough, and I mean, I didn't even care if he had said my content specifically was garbage. I just don't care. It's everybody's got the right to believe what they want, and just don't force down people's throats. And that's kind of what Digibro wants to do.
Ugh. I just have no opinion on the Digibro drama. I've been too busy catching up on the JonTron drama.
Oh my gosh. One word on that. It's people need to just see because
People need to chill.
Okay, so thoughts on the Digibro stuff for you before I get into the community, at least specifically?
I have no opinion on it, to be honest. Oh God, Hyper doesn't know about the JonTron drama. He doesn't know.
Okay, in lesser terms, JonTron had some opinions that some people disagreed with. It was in a stream with some other guy. I didn't know his name. It didn't seem important. They were in a stream together, and he had some opinions that some people didn't like. Since I live in America and he lives in America, the best way I can relate it was he seems to be more on the right, and other people on the left didn't like that. And here in America, you can't have a different opinion without fights, basically, for some reason. And so JonTron said some stuff that people disagreed with and other people agreed with, but the people who disagreed with him went after him and basically just attacked him on Twitter a bunch for no real reason. It's really pointless. Yeah. I personally don't really care.
Nazi. People are like, I can't watch him anymore, and it's just, oh goodness, how did Hyper not know about the JonTron drama? It's all over the place.
Anybody who says he's a Nazi, I can't talk with him because he's not a Nazi. Anybody who has a different opinion than you is not a Nazi because they disagree with you. That's literally the stupidest logic ever. But that's what people do. That's the first thing they label somebody as, is a Nazi for some reason. I don't get it.
Hey, Duo. You're a Nazi because
anyways, did you, bro?
You're a Nazi. You're a Nazi because you like you know. And
yeah, all right.
You have really shit opinions. You're a Nazi now. That's how the rules are.
You're also a Nazi because you don't like Steins Gate. So I guess we're both Nazis together.
Yeah, we're just different types of Nazis.
Yeah. Anyways, Digibro, since that's what we were talking about, and you haven't said your opinion.
I don't have one. That's the problem. It's just that I just don't think he should force it down people's throats. And he seems to have this I don't know, this complex where he's like, I'm right, you're wrong.
Yeah, he's arrogant.
Yeah, and that's not right. Everyone's entitled to their opinion.
Yeah, he can express it. It's just he should have known what was going to happen. if he's legitimately mad about the reaction, it's like you knew what was going to happen. My issue is that some people are legitimately like taking this to heart and attacking people because of it. And it's like, don't attack other anime YouTubers because Digibro said something. It's like, have your own opinions on things. Don't form something because Digibro said something. Form your own opinion.
Exactly.
And if you want to go after him, then we'll go ahead, I guess, but it's just kind of pointless.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's such a dumb argument though in general. I mean on both sides. I think Digibro I disagree with him entirely. I
like
don't
some
care.
of his content.
I like some of it too. I think he makes good videos on occasion. I don't think I haven't enjoyed all of it. Part of it's because, obviously if I haven't watched the anime, I don't have much to say about it, but I don't know. I think he went a little too hardcore with the whole video, and I don't know. Everything that's spawned since then has just been a train wreck of people attacking each other, people reacting to his video, and then people reacting to their reactions to his video, and it's just like it's spiraled so out of control.
Oh well, that's Digibro drama.
For the record, everybody, I like anime YouTubers. This community, it's great. I don't think everything about it is great. I don't think everything about my content's great. I don't think everything about anybody's content is great. Everybody has some problems, and that's fine. And I watch the people I want to watch, and if I don't want to, I won't watch them. That's just how it works.
That makes sense.
I'm a rambler, and this is the only time I've gotten to talk about the Digibro stuff, and I'm half awake. I think. Hyper. No, I actually don't. Also, Hyper. So you. Where is the Did something happen with the anime music video thing you did? Because I really liked that one, and it's gone, and that was the one it's like my favorite video from your content. So I don't know. I don't hate your content though. No, Hyper. It's there's very few channels I hate in general as far as anime goes. I just don't like the reaction channels, like the ones that sit there and watch the whole length of the video. I think it's pointless to do that. So I don't know.
Mind grows. What were you talking about?
Wait, you didn't know, Hyper? It's one of your videos. Ugh. I don't know. It's. I didn't expect this kind of thing to happen this week, and so I don't know. It was such a bizarre situation. I don't know. I really don't have much else to say about the Digibro video. Besides that, people need to just stop talking about it, but they won't because of views. That's why. Hyper, did he get I'd assume he got like a video. So I don't know. It was a weird situation. I just noticed it one day because I was like, oh yeah, there's like where'd it go? And then I don't know. But I don't know.
Disappeared.
So what have we learned from this stream? That everybody in this chat has had a completely different opinion than everybody else.
When we say chill, we mean argue over everything. That's what it means.
Yeah, it was a great stream. It was really really friendly argument where we were all threatening each other. I don't know. Actually, when I make that Future Diary video, I want to get somebody on who hates Future Diary with a passion. Like, I legit want somebody because I think that'd be a really fun video, personally.
You can't get the entire population into one video.
I don't have to get the entire population because, first of all, not everybody's watched Future Diary. That's impossible. Oh no, that's not good. Oh geez. Hopefully that doesn't affect your channel, dude, because copyright claims aren't good. But I don't know.
Yeah, claims aren't right.
I don't know. I can't wait for that video. It's gonna be fun to make, and then subsequently just watch the train wreck. But to be fair, I lost a bunch of subs when I posted that Boku no Pico video, so yeah, it's all right. That was great. It was like, oh, there goes 30 subscribers. Thanks, Boku no Pico. And then it just then YouTube's like, oh, it's not ad friendly, and I'm like, screw you, YouTube. I'll just take rape out of the title, and now it's ad friendly. Deal with it. I don't know though. Any final thoughts before we cut this off?
None really. There's really none. But I should use this some more.
A 10
Is
word
hyper
thoughts
drunk?
on Forrest
Yes.
Gump.
10-word thoughts on Forrest Gump. None. And no opinion.
That's a pretty good.
No
That's pretty
opinion.
good thoughts. That's a good note to end on. So, hey,
Yeah.
I'm DuoReview. For the people who don't
I'm
know who I
Lindsay
am,
Elliott, and it's currently 9 a.m. I don't know what I'm doing with myself, but see you guys later, I guess.
yeah, have fun.
Have fun. Bye, guys. And yes, Hyper is drunk.